when I returned home from work, I saw that there were 2 calls that had been made. I always check to see if anybody's called because I hate listening to voicemail. There was a call, a voicemail message from a man who said he was with YPG and needed to speak to me about my son. But when I tried to redial that number, it wouldn't go through. So then I just redialed the other number, which turned out to be the journalist from the National Post, Stuart Bell. And he asked me, what did I know? And I said, I didn't know anything. And so he said, well, this is really awful, and I'm really sorry to be saying this, but there is a report that that John has been killed. So that was pretty much, what did we say, 28 hours ago. And today has been just, there's been so much media attention. So I'm trying to do what I think I should do, but I just want the focus to be on what he was doing and why he thought it was the right thing to do. I was just, I'm sorry, this is just kind of drawing a blank when it's,
sure,
when people go, oh, well, tell me about him. I don't really know what to say now.
Yeah. So I guess what were your thoughts when John first decided to do this?
He'd been in Calgary originally for a few months, hoping to make some inroads politically, hopefully find work, get things going, and it wasn't working out very well. So about a year ago exactly, he came home again, and he was at loose ends. He was writing, he was doing some online work, but it wasn't very satisfying for him. So it was just at the beginning of the new year that he started talking about what I would really like to be doing would be going to the Middle East. And I said, you don't go to the Middle East, that's crazy talk. And I thought it was going to be all right, actually, because the organization that he was working with, I don't remember their name, but the details of that fell through, so that wasn't going to work. And then it came up again at maybe the beginning of April, where he said, I have found a group online. In fact, I found 2 groups online. I found a way to contact Peshmerga, which is my #1 choice, and I've also found a place called the Lions of Rojava, which is the Syrian YPG. But I've emailed them both. It seems to be really straightforward. There's a guy in the United States, it's a contact person, and then at that point it seemed like it actually was very, very possible. And I still wasn't very happy about it, but he was so unhappy just not doing anything, and so I just kind of, it seemed to be more important to support what he wanted to do rather than to be frightened about it. And I tried, there have been millions, I suppose, of mothers throughout history whose sons have gone into conflict, and I'm not any different than those. I'm not, so I just tried to go with it.
And I guess in the back of your mind you must have realized that this was possible.
We joked about it. When I said goodbye to him at the airport was the only time that I cried, and he kind of laughed and said, I am planning on coming home, Mom, I was like, okay, you do that. But other than that, it was like, well, that case over there, that is what we call our shrine to my husband, who passed away 3 years ago. And we joked about it, saying, don't make me a shrine. I said, oh, I'm making you a shrine. So you're going to go precisely against my wishes. And I said, you will be dead. I know that sounds really, I didn't think about it too much. I guess there's a place where you stop thinking.